Hello everybody, welcome to my videos. My name is Jamie from Honest Games. Today we're doing a games pickup video. Okay, all the games on today's list are on the Amiga. Decided to keep these for Amiga separate. First one on the list is Arabian Nights. Sinbad Jr. works for the fair and just Caliph as an apprentice gardener, trending to his incredible excessive palace gardens. However, today he gazes upon another beautiful flower, the Princess Layla, as she stands on the balcony high above the gardens. Away in eerie floating castle dark deeds are at hand. The evil vizier, in his death dastardly plan to rule the kingdom, has dispatched a demon from the nether realms of hell to kidnap the princess and cast a mighty spell over the kingdom. There you go. There we go, Arabian Nights, fantastic game, copyright Chrysler Software in 1993. Okay, so the game is Arabian Nights, a 1993 platform game, first released for the Amiga, produced by Chrysler Software. The game was initially released on 2 floppy disks, later be released on CD for Amiga CD32 release. The game was developed by Visitware Studios. The player controls the hero of the game, Sinbad Jr., a lonely gardener who witnesses a kidnap a princess by a dragon. After Sinbad Jr. tries to save her from the flying dragon, he ends up falling back to Earth, becoming unconscious before waking up in a prison accused of sorcery and capturing the woman he tried to save. So yeah, not a good start to his day, but the game is good, never finished it before, but it's quite puzzly, a bit like Dizzy, but also you can Sonic the Hedgehog run for his money, being a very, very fast character. Right, now the character does hold quite a lot of items in possession. To see what you have, you use the spacebar, which remember time, we don't have a lot. We've got a sword and a key. Now even though we've got to try and escape the dungeon, we've got to try and rescue a few prisoners first, you just by buying a lever, which you buy it by finding 65 gems. But luckily this game has no time limit, but also energy bars are present for both you and the enemy, sometimes 3, sometimes 4, maybe even more. Use your sword to break the blocks. But yeah, it's a good game, I do like it. But of course, give you hazards of plenty. Don't fall in the fire. Up there is 6 more, then we can do a bit of backtracking. There we go. The game begins in the dungeons, as the player fights his way over traps and through guards, and then through 9 stages in 9 different environments. Throughout the levels, a hint interface is featured in the game, where pressing spacebar will a light bulb appears above your player's head, will result in him being awarded with a clue or warning over a danger that lies ahead. Right, so we buy a rigid snake, so go a bit backtracking through the floor. Rescue this guy in here. There are many secret doors around the level that can be accessed by ducking at the correct spot and pressing attack. These secret doors are usually marked by a door or a tunnel in the background graphics. Most secret doors contain the currency of the level, which changes frequently. This currency can be used to purchase key items from NPCs around the stage necessary to progress through the levels. Right, so now we've got 2 lockpicks. And 9 times out of 10, if you pick up an item, the computer will select it for you. Of course, you can select it manually by pressing spacebar. So again, a bit of backtracking is in order here. But again, enemies do not respawn, which is quite rare, I have to admit, but it's a good thing. And having no time limit also is also a very good thing. But yeah, your character's very fast. Even jumping can be a bit of a handful sometimes. But you can also increase your energy quite a lot by picking up a potion, which is 9 times out of 10 located in chests. Yeah, this first level isn't overly long. I think the furthest I've got is level 4, which I think was when I last streamed it. I streamed it a few times. But of course, it's under the same team that did Soccer Kid, which is also very good. Also a lot longer in length, that one. Also, never finished that one either. But again, hazards of plenty. And of course, the music is also very good. Break the bricks. Sometimes the gameplay changes significantly. For example, in one level the player is required to fly a magic carpet, and another is required to race an opponent on a minecart through tunnels. Right, more enemies, but of course got to find a few more items first. But yeah, the potions do appear quite often. Now, because you do have a particularly fast attack, and of course it's very short range, you can keep moving backwards and forwards all the time. That will allow you to see what pots you'll go into, which is very soon. But again, backtracking is in order. Also use your sword in the air, but you cannot use your sword while crouching. There's 2 more energy units, so energy is maxed out. Find what you can find to get the job done. So now we've got the item, we know which ones to go into. Press down to jump through the pot, but do it in the right order. There we go. Right, nearly there. Now also, falling from a big height is not an instant kill either. Might get held through the air. We're not done with hazards yet. And also, the occasional boss battle is also thrown into the mix. Right, a few more enemies to deal with. It's nice to have energy bars. Yeah, some more than others. Yeah, we both have pretty much short-range attacks. Yeah, hit and retreat, hit and retreat. Also attacking in the air. There we go. Again, health of plenty. 2 more energy units. Go for the pot. It's down on fire. There we go. Get in there, my friend. Get out of there. Right. Break those blocks. Did very well. 11,400. I don't know if you're on a digital license score. I'm not sure. Right, we're free. We're out of there. Now, also press the space bar and you select what item you want. In this case, we want the lockpicks. The space bar to exit and use them immediately. But there we go. Brilliant game. That is Arabian Nights. Okay, boss battle time. The main line of defense for the fissure is the 4 elemental genies. They are earth, water, wind, and fire. Each of the attacks are associated with an element it controls and will use them to stop you from progressing. Your only chance to defeat them in their layers. Usually you'll find each of the genies at the end of a certain level. In this case, you've got to use the rocks. Now, brilliant timing, you really do. But anyway, he has 6 bars of energy, I have 4. I've taken 1 hit, he's taken 3. But yeah, it's all about being in the right place at the right time. I've not seen many of them in this game. But again, you can also be hit by them after they hit him. So make sure you keep clear once it starts to bounce. Right, 1 more remains. I took damage, not as much as him, but there we go. Boom, pow! Superb. There we go, good old manual protection. Please enter the 3 symbols in your instruction manual on page 1 at positions E, F and G. Right, first one's a fish, the second one's a sword, and the third one is a feather. Done. And that takes you to the shop. Well done, you have completed the level. Next one on this is Fiendish Freddy's Big Topo Fun. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, welcome to the show. You're in for quite a treat with Fiendish Freddy's Big Topo Fun. We have not 1, not 2, but 6, count them 6, zany games of circus excitement. Yes friends, a real sportorama. Soon you'll be the talk of your neighbourhood as you compete in the death-defying events in this circus extravaganza. And a word to our wise watch out for the rascal of the saboteur, the doer of dead dastardly deeds, the vindictive victim of the rare form of dementia known as the Circus Interruptus, the one, the only, Fiendish Freddy. There you go. Okay, next on the list, Fiendish Freddy's Big Topo Fun. Let's give it a try. Okay, so the game is Fiendish Freddy's Big Topo Fun, a video game developed by Grey Matter under developer Chris Gray and published in 1990 by Mindscape. Okay, a little bit of diving. Right, I need to make sure I know which direction to press. We've got to do the pike. But yeah, this is a good game, but I haven't played it for absolutely years though. But when he asks you to do a certain move, you have to do it, otherwise you are punished. But make sure you land where you need to land. You don't want to land on solid ground. Yoga is that one. Do it wrong and you're going to know about it. There we go, in the water he goes. The game originally appeared on the 16-bit Atari ST, IBM PC and Commodore Amiga before being converted to the ZX Spectrum, Commodore 64 and to CPC. The Commodore 64 version was included in the cartridge bundled in with the Commodore 64 game system. Right, nose pinch, down, right, fire. Now you've got to use left and right to do your rotations, but make sure you do what you need to do at the time it asks you to do it. A swan dive is up and fire. If you do the wrong one or you take too long, you will be punished. A king tut is right and fire, but again, watch that cursor. Make sure you land where you need to land. Okay, diving. The player assumes the role of a diver and is challenged to jump off 4 diving boards with increasing height into containers of water of decreasing size, beginning with a huge wooden container, then a bucket, a cement block, and then finally a glass of water. Right, yoga is left and fire. I've wrote them all down, that way I don't lose track. Keep spinning until it flashes, then you have to do it. The recliner is top left fire. And again, make sure you're above, in this case, the cement block. Every time you make a mistake or you take too long, that clown will punish you by pushing you further and further away from it. The nose dive is down right fire. Fantastic. There we go. A set of series of stunts must also be performed in order to get more money. Freddy will attempt to hinder the player by blowing the driver off course with an enormous hairdryer. He will also appear if the driver fails to complete the stunt in time. Recline is top left fire. Again, the container is even smaller now. But once it tells you, we go for that one. Go for a ballet, which is down left fire. But again, we're slightly off course. But every time you make a mistake, it'll push you even further off course. We need to get a little bit more further back. Go for the swan dive, which is up and fire. There we go. Again, we're slightly off course. We'll land in a glass of water. Pike is top right. Done it! Fantastic! Next on the list, trapeze. The player assumes the role of a trapeze jumper who is challenged to proceed from right to left over 3 levels. Jumping from rope to rope. Along the way, there'll be rings of fire, a moving object to be jumped through. Freddy, as usual, will appear on a jetpack with a large pair of scissors to cut the rope if the player takes too long, causing the jumper to fall and failing the performance. But yes, it's difficult because, of course, you don't want to take too long, but also you may want to make sure that you've got the right swing. Use left and right and keep the momentum going. But yeah, you don't want to come to a complete stop. It's difficult when that rope on the left is not where you want it to be. But there we go. Fantastic. We'll jump through a target. Only just. Fantastic. Okay, level 2. Sights on the ground, ranging with a marching band, organ and training of its own elephant. Could be present as a possible distraction, although it could be argued the former providing music for the act. Right, jump from rope to rope. Right, we've got burning ring of fire. It burns, burns, burns as the flames get higher. Jump through it. Keep the swing going. We'll go through a target. And another ring of fire. But this one burns, burns, burns as it bounces up and down. Fantastic, there we go. Right, number 3. Now you're not affected here. In fact, you can wait as long as you want until everything is where you want it to be. The target has got to be in its lowest position. Same with this one, but again, now we can be affected. So, we'll get the swing going. Okay. Use left and right to keep it going. No, not bad though, not too shabby. Okay, next on the list is knife throwing. The player assumes the role of a knife thrower must throw knives at balloons on a rotating wheel with an assistant strapped to it. The assistant is not a target on the screen when hit, causing the screen to be covered in blood. It won't actually. There's also a limited number of knives available. And it's timed as well. But yeah, this is difficult, but again, you've got that delay. You've got to really time this well. I suppose just pick one, don't change your mind. Just keep your eye on that one you want to go for and make that timing count. But you can either be dizzy or you can be in pain from this. Or maybe a combination of both. But yeah, Freddy's throwing smoke bombs. Do whatever you can do to make it difficult for you. Trying to distract you. So I'm going for the blue one. Don't want to hit you in the hand. I suppose this would be easier to play on the 500. Not the 1200. It'll run a little bit more slowly, I suppose. Your knives are located at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, limited ammunition and a time limit. Not a nice combination. Right, 2 more. But however, I think she's been hit about 3 times. Right, one more to go. 4 nice remain. Woohoo! There we go! Next one on the list is the most expensive on the list. This is Bubble and Squeak. Your mission, guide Bubble through level after level of platform action involving flying elephants, ducks with baseball bats and countless other wacky creatures. Collect a submarine token and you'll get the chance to shoot it out underwater with the evil cat o' nine tails and his fishy friends. Or should it be fiends? Each shoot 'em up is tougher than the one before. Be careful, you don't want to end up feeding the piranhas. So who's Squeak? Well, there had to be a catch, didn't there? You see, it isn't enough for Bubble to find his way through the level. He's got to take his monster friend along too. There you go. There we go, tremendous game, I love this game. This is a box version I've wanted to get for absolutely ages, but now I've got it. This is Bubble and Squeak. Okay, so the game, this is Bubble and Squeak, a platform game published for the Amiga in 1994 by Outtakes Software. It was developed by Fox Williams under the name Barney and Clyde, and they ported it to Sega Genesis as it was published by Sunsoft under the license of Outtakes. The game is a childlike sci-fi fantasy platform game which the player takes the role of a little boy named Bubble with his recent apprentice Squeak. The platform levels are separated by a brief underwater scrolling shooter bonus section, which can be found on most levels, I think. But anyway, it's a brilliant game, I love it. The first time I played this was actually a demo, which I bought from a boot fair on the CD32. Now, the CD32 does have different music, but again, this and those are both fantastic music, so they really are good. Now, you can also shoot enemies by firing these stars. Now, you have to pick up as many coins and gems as possible. You don't have to, but it helps along the way. Now, this game and Flood have something in common because in this game the water will rise very quickly. And you can go into the water, just don't stay in the water for too long. But rule number one is get you and Squeak to the exit door. But we've got to try and find Squeak first, and Squeak can actually help you in certain ways. Now, the coins work to your advantage as well. And you have 2 lives, and at the moment of time you can take 5 additional hits, which you can replenish by picking up pieces of food, anything from lollies to donuts. Now, every so often you can actually tell him to follow you or tell him to wait, but it's a really nice addition to the game. Now, these enemies here will hit your projectiles, but only if you're facing forwards. When you're facing behind them, go for the kill. Press fire to shoot a star, and most of them will provide you with additional coin. The more the better. But yes, those bonus sections can be found pretty much on every single level. Some of them are actually hidden. Find that, and after the level you go to a shoot 'em up section, which I think is probably more difficult than the platform sections. But anyway, 2 lives, 6 hits, and 3,800 we have at the moment of time. But yeah, once she's following you, we keep following you, and also can jump, but not as far as Bubble can. But anyway, some enemies do fire as well. But anyway, actually, it's just up there. It's fantastic, it really is good. 69 gems, 9 coins, and a partridge to pay a tree. But there we go, brilliant. End of the first level. Okay, this is the Strawberry Lagoon. The story takes place on the planet Gruul, a planet inherited by mostly short anthropomorphic feline. The idyllic and mundane lifestyle of the feline aliens is interrupted by an alien invader known as Cat of Nine Tails, who kidnaps Jules' sentient populace, inadvertently leaving one of them behind, which is Squeak. Squeak shortly after encounters a human boy named Bubble, who agrees to rescue Squeak's captured populace. Now, this is actually a very difficult level, more difficult than the platform sections, because you don't actually get any additional weapons. What we can get is checkpoints. But you've got to try and keep your enemies at bay. The worst ones here are these squids. Now, they do shoot in 4 directions, but you can shoot their bullets. But yeah, you can't get additional weapons here. I don't think you can, but you do get checkpoints. You can find multiple over the course of the game. Now, if you fail this, it's not the end of the world. If you found a checkpoint, you can never go at it. But of course, if you pick up the item again later on in the platform sections, then you never go. But in this, you do encounter the Cat of Nine Tails character, which you've got to try and encounter and defeat numerous times. I think it's 5 in total, I'm not sure. I have not had many attempts at this. But yeah, you can do it in any order you like. Provided you pick up the icon, whether it be Squid picking it up or Bubble picking it up, it will take you through to it. That arrow there is a checkpoint. Also, don't get yourself boxed in, that also isn't to kill. It only takes 1 hit to kill your character. But yeah, I do like it, and of course, you cannot go wrong with it with a parallax. But anyway, boss battle at the end of it. But yeah, very easy to make a mistake here. Watch out for these. However, you can also shoot the pipes. so don't be hit by the projectiles from the pipes. Don't be hit by one of those. Right, boss battle. Luckily it's opened up, so there's plenty of room to move. Just avoid the hazards, which is the missiles in this case. But there you go, boom, boom, pow, add some of that. Brilliant. Superb. Love the art style, love the music. Music is done by Alistair Brimble. Say no more, it's fantastic. There we go, on we go. And of course, you do get passwords in this game. Okay, welcome to the Neverglades. Now, sometimes the exit doors very close to the entrance door, but try and find as many coins as possible. Players control Bubble at any time during gameplay could command Squeak to either follow or wait for him. Squeak, who is invulnerable to enemies and enemy bullets, has its own AI and would help collect items or give Bubble a boost by a piggyback, or letting Squeak toss him up into higher heights or simply stand on top of Squeak's head. Collectible items include gems, coins and submersible icons, which was necessary to play the shooter stages. Some could be picked up and carried onto other locations such as springs. But the only other items the player could pick up in the shooter stages were additional lives and additional speed-ups. In both modes of gameplay, collecting and shooting, Bubble was equipped with unlimited ammunition, either stars or torpedoes. My lord, it's difficult to read while doing it. But anyway, Squeak goes absolutely ballistic for candy. However, candy costs a price. As long as you've got the required quantity you need of coins, we can get the job done. 3 is what you need. You've got 5. So get him to follow you. And it goes crazy. So put in 1, 2 and 3. There we go. Good price for me. There's a piggyback for you. And that allows you to get additional heights. And also, Bubble is now ability to fire, which in this case is Bubbles. Bubbles is good additional firepower. And also, food is good for replenishing hit points. But anyway, some levels are quite short and some of them are very long. But anyway, it's a brilliant game. I love it. It's absolutely superb. The exit door is not too far away. Gems you use there, but don't have many at the moment of time. But there we go. Another level is completed. Fantastic. Get off there. Shake his hand. Done and dusted. Brilliant. Love it. That is Bubble and Squeak. Next one on the list is actually a dungeon crawler. I'm not a fan of them, but I do love Nightmare. Never played it before, we'll give it a try. You are sent forth into another place, another time, another world, said Tragar the Dungeon Master. And what makes you think that you 4 mere mortals will succeed in the quest, when so many have failed? I understood at that exact moment that our mission that we had planned to light-heartedly just a few days before was going to take all our endurance and all our collective skill and most of all a depth of courage that I wasn't sure we possessed. There we go. Okay, so the game, this is Nightmare, a computer game on the Amiga and Atari ST computer systems. Released in 1901 by Mindscape International Limited, the game was written by Tony Crover and was based on the Anglian TV show Nightmare. This is the second of the 2 games based on the show, following the earlier game, also known as Nightmare, released 4 years previously by Activision, which I do have on the CD4. Which wasn't great either, but it was okay. But I have to admit, I've played that a hell of a lot more than this. And I have to admit, already, I don't think my opinions on Dungeon Crawler is going to change anytime soon. But you never know, we're going to give it a try. Return the crown here. So I'm assuming the object of the game is to find, locate, and return the crown to Tragar. So of course, we can turn by using a mouse. Now we have the dungeoneer, and of course we have the 3 people that guide him. But if you hold the right mouse button, we have the punch and the kick. So what I'm going to try and do, because we don't have any items here, I'm going to assign a punch to each of the players. So if anyone tries to confront me, we're going to punch them to death. But anyway, of course, there'll be doors. But one thing I've also noticed already is you can actually take damage if you walk into a wall. So we'll make sure when you turn the right way. That way you're not going to injure yourself. Right, what we got here? We've got a ball, which is a baseball. Pick up a baseball. So if anyone were to confront me, we can punch them to death or throw baseballs at them. But anyway, it's better than nothing. So anyway, each of your characters has 3 energy bars. But of course, again, there's going to be switches, going to be buttons, going to be doors. But you cannot go over the railway tracks. But one thing you can do is go into the carriages to help get around. Now also, I've just seen one enemy, so we're going to confront him if we find him. So, let's try and find our first enemy. Right, unfortunately we've been beaten up from behind, so I'm going to throw a baseball at you. There's one. Baseball to the face. There's two. There's three. Right, there's going to be one by using punches and kicks. Now, the higher the number, the bigger the impact. But again, I'm not a fan of this sort of confrontations. But anyway, there's not a lot else we can do here. I'm out of baseballs. So, press the icon. Do it successfully, you get a high number. The higher number, the more damage you're going to sustain. There's 10. 3, 4, 7. There you go, exploded. Unfortunately, my Dungeoneer is taking quite a hit, and so is James. So, what do we get out of that? Anything we pick up? Probably not. Let's pick up our baseballs. Why not? All we need now is a baseball bat. Okay. So, we've got to try and find our next door. And also, there's going to be secrets of plenty, isn't there? But anyway, I'm not going to play this for a long period of time because I don't think this game's going to grow on me. But it's nice to own. But there is the carriage. But yeah, you've got to make sure you don't walk into a wall. Or walk on the track. So, turn and enter the carriage. I don't know how you get out of the carriage. Well, I have to admit, I'm lost already. However, take this shortcut to the forest. And that is Pickle up there. So, let's take his word for it. So, I'm assuming he means there. I'm assuming so. But yeah, every single place I seem to go, I'm retracing my steps. Now, there is actually a switch on the wall. What it unlocks, what it activates, I'm not 100% sure. But again, there's going to be confrontations around here, I reckon. So, again, we can't really defend ourselves apart from just have a game of baseball from time to time. But, yeah. Oh, there's another one. Okay, do you want to play ball? Have some of that. 1, 2, and you can also pick them up again. There you go, death by baseball. Not many people can say that in their lifetime. What's happening now? Okay. James is not in a good way. 4, 5. 5, there you go. Sorry, James, he's close to death. We've got to find some energy. I don't know how we do that, though. I'm getting still been attacked. I've been killed by something. Alright. 1. Go for a punch. 2. There you go. Exploded. Again, I'm not great at these sort of games. Nightmare is based on the CITV show of the same name, where a group of 4 children attempt to complete a quest. The format of the game differs from the TV show in that the view is in the first person perspective. In the TV show, the main character wears a helmet to blind them from their surroundings. My lord, what is this? Hang on, mate, I'm too busy with this. Nightmare was written by Tony Crover, also created the game Captive. Nightmare uses the same game engine as Captive and has some similarities, but unlike Captive, where parts of the level were computer generated, all the dungeons in the game were designed by hand. It's a bunny rabbit. Oh, we don't want to defeat the bunny rabbits. Right, okay, now where? So unfortunately, I've lost one of my players, and I'm still... What is this thing? Well, I've run out of baseballs. All I've got to try and do is punch you to death. I'm not getting high numbers, but he's not attacking me. This could go on for quite some time. Because, of course, one of my characters is dead. Right, unfortunately, he's dead. Punch and kick. So we're dropping like flies. We really are. I'm getting killed by a tree. There's got to be a simpler way than this, surely. Maybe pick up a weapon might help? Something other than a baseball? I need a sword or a bow and arrow or something like that. Is this guy going to die anytime soon? Well, so far, this tree has killed 3 of my players. And also, this tree is refusing to die. I'm going to run away in a minute, because I'm not going to win this battle. Have you seen my cup? Am I supposed to talk to this guy? I do wonder if I'm beating him up for the wrong reasons. Oh. The Heart of Rat. Am I not supposed to kill this guy? I don't think I'm supposed to kill him. I think I'm supposed to help him. No, I haven't seen your cup. Maybe that's why he's not dying. Maybe he's not supposed to. Yeah, I'm guessing you're not supposed to kill that thing because he isn't tracking me down. He's still there. No, he's attacking me now. Well, I threw a dagger at him, but I died at the same time. But there we go. The game is not growing on me. Dungeon crawlers are not growing on me. The castle's exploded. It's a nice addition to the collection, but not a fan of this one. But there we go. That is Nightmare. Next one on the list is Night Shift. Now, I do actually already have this game in my collection, but not this style of box. Famous toy company needs energetic self-starter to operate slightly unreliable machines on the 9 PM to 4 AM shift. Must be able to do 10 things at once. Changing quotas, pest control and pesky lawyers are all in a night's work. Generous awards for those who meet the challenge. No reference needed. Apply in person to Frank Foreman, the industrial might of magic. There you go. There we go. Fantastic game. Extremely difficult though. This is Night Shift. Okay, so the game is Night Shift, a video game developed by Attention to Detail and published in 1990 by Lucasfilm Games. It's an action game where the hero is a worker in a factory owned by Industrial Might and Logic. The player's characters ensure the factory is working correctly as it cranks out Star Wars action figures, including those of Stormtroopers and Darth Vader. The gist of the game is to always ensure the factory is working correctly and to increasingly get to better homes. Which I've never done before. Now I played this game to absolutely death in the other days, but once I think I got to level 3, but that only happened once. 9 times out of 10 I didn't even get past this first level. 2 sometimes, but it's normally the furthest we got. But I love it, it's a really good game. I love attention to detail, lots to see, lots to do, lots to maintain, a lot of things can go wrong. But the worst thing about it is it's timed. Now your energy and your time is technically the same thing, it's that candle. So when it runs down, that's the end of the shift. If you've met your quota, you keep your job. If you don't, you're fired. But this machine is called the Beast, and this is shift 1. Ride the bicycle to generate full power. Climb the beast to the steaming bolt. Use wrench to tighten the bolt. Jump across the raw material feeder at the upper left corner. Kick in the electrical plug while trooper toners are being produced. Collect as many tools as you can for forthcoming shifts. Make sure bodies are under heads on finished dolls. And also the conveyor belts could also be switched over. Right, we've got to get the resin mixing. So we're going to switch the hand icon to the wrench icon and fix it. Right, that's on its way. Now it's a case of just plugging it in and making sure everything goes correctly. It can go wrong. It can go so wrong very early on in this game. And also you've got to keep going back down there, but don't take too much damage. This is very easily done. So make sure the heads are going in second. Right, so we'll turn that one on. Switch this one on as well. And hopefully all should be good, all is well. But yeah, you've got to try and get down there safely, which is no easy task. It's very easy to lose time and energy in this game. But yeah, so of course there's so many things you can stand on. And also items can be picked up along the way. Anything from a match to a wrench to a vacuum cleaner. But yeah, the early stages you don't really sort of need additional items. But later you do need the match to light the furnace. Also umbrellas and balloons are very good at getting around. I can certainly save you time and energy. That would have drained quite a lot of energy. So yeah, use the platforms if you can. And also later on, more things to introduce, including a colour mixer. And also you've got to maintain that bicycle lights. At the moment of time, they're not flashing like they should be, but at the moment of time, they're okay. As long as they're going in there correctly, and it's the correct colour, and the heads are in the right place, the body's in the right place, yes, you'll get a decent wage from that. Any ones that are wrong, they're going to be deducted from your wages. So in the meantime, let's get back on my bike and we're going to cycle and get those lights flashing the way they should be. There's an umbrella, you can use that to get to the bottom of the screen very quickly. And the balloon helps you get to the top of the screen very quickly. Now it's the case of just hope that all is good, all is well. At the moment of time, it's going okay, but later on, even level 2, it's so difficult. This first level, we really did struggle. 9 times out of 10, we got to this point, and it was head below body, body above head. It was wrong. And then you've got to get back up there again, and of course you're going to be taking fall damage, which of course is again going to affect your time, affect your energy. But we are earning money here. As long as we get 5 of them correct, we should be okay. I'm not sure if any incorrect ones is deducted from it. Maybe, I'm not sure. And also, where the office is, there's 4 lights. As long as they're all green, then everything is working correctly. If you get a red light, then something's gone wrong. And also, you'll hear an alarm, which also will tell you that something's wrong. So every so often, there's no harm in checking, just to make sure everything is functioning correctly. But of course, the early level, you're going to get very, very basic appliances. But yeah, the more you progress, and I have to admit, back in the older days, we never got anywhere in this game. So we haven't seen much of this game, I have to admit. There's so many things I would like to see, which is why I decided to buy myself another box version, because my other box doesn't have quite as an attention to detail manual, whereas this one does. So anyway, we've done it. We have done it. So anyway, I love it. Time is pretty much non-existent now, but we have done it. We've done enough. We keep our job. We're going to get 1 attempt. And it's not just Star Wars, you also do get Indiana Jones figures as well. Now that one's going to be a big bad cross. That one is perfect. There you go. So, shift 1 duties. We need 5. And you get £100 bonus for every one you successfully do correctly. That was really well done. I'm happy with that. That's just the first level. Well, we got 18 correct there. And of course, deductions, £10 is taken away. There you go, 2021. Not bad for a day's work. So he's going to be happy with that. And there's a code. Okay, final one on the list is brand new and sealed. This is Wiz and Liz. Wiz and Liz and the frantic Rabbit Whisku kicks the Amiga into warp speed and smashes onto your screen like a tidal wave in the fastest fun-filled fiasco ever created. There's exploding rabbits, a crazy cauldron, hundreds of spells and heaps of sensational sub-games, not to mention 2 totally maniac magicians. You want action? Boy, you've got action. There you go. There we go, final game on the list, Wiz and Liz, copyright 1993 by Psygnosis. Okay, so the game is Wiz and Liz, a frantic rabbit rescue. It's a platform game developed by Raising Hell Software for the Amiga and Sega Mega Drive Genesis, published by Psygnosis in 1993. It's a humorous, cutesy platform game, with the exception of end-level bosses, the game contains no enemies. And this is a game I've not played very much at all. I have to admit, back in the day, I didn't know it existed. It was a really good game. Again, this will give Sonic the Hedgehog run for his money. Again, a very fast-moving character. At a moment of time of casting spells. Cast a spell and move on. Okay, collect the letters. The game takes place in a series of levels, each divided into 8 worlds. Each world has a distinctive graphical style and music, and the basic gameplay remains the same. Wiz and or Liz must run through the landscape, collecting rabbits against a strict time limit. To win, the player must collect floating letters that appear when a rabbit's been collected, and spell out the magic word located at the top of the screen. In this case, it is Snarf. So once you've got it, collect the required quantity of rabbits, then get out of there. Again, time is crucial in this game. But again, at this speed, you should be okay. Go for the exit door. Now we've got to spell the word blubby. Once the entire word has been collected, the player must then rescue all remaining rabbits on the level, who now can release collectible fruit, stars, and clocks to increase the time limit. The time limit at the start is 3 minutes and will only be start when the player character dies. The time limit can however be extended by collecting a glowing orange orb, which appears at the last 10 seconds of the countdown to give 30 seconds of bonus time. Which is floated off the screen there. There we go, we spelt Blebby. Okay, items collected, 63 rabbits, 2 fruits, no time limits, and also 5 stars. But I was trying to read while doing it. But anyway, we've got 5,300. Right, spell is completed, we've got the exit. What's the difference between exit and Wiz exit? Ah, I've never seen this before, splat those dudes. Go right on the chin. Got 1,000 points for that. You have to hold the fire button down for the length of time you feel is best for where you want to throw it. And in this case, it's getting the right angle. They go right in the eyeball. 50,000 points. Again, 1,000 points for that. I wonder how many points you get for hitting the nose. There you go. 3 left. Starting to get the hang of it. 5,000 for hitting the hand. As long as you hit something, you'll be awarded. Okay, click icons for extra time. At the end of the stage, fruit collected will be mixed into a cauldron. Depending on the fruit collected, it can affect either bonus points, mini games, or weird graphical effects. Even a bit of silliness thrown in, such as clearing a game over screen or killing the player's character, only to put into a sheepish, only joking comment on the screen. Turning rabbits into different colours, or even absolutely nothing. Wizard Liz features a number of different cameo appearances from other Psychonauts games, including Pugsy and Lemmings. The bonus game was featured in the original mid-90s one of the competitive gaming television show Games World, broadcasted on Sky One in the UK, as one of the challenges. Players took it in turns to play the bonus game, collecting the blue rabbits, and the highest score won that particular challenge. And the challenge here is to find 9 more rabbits. But again, at this speed, it's a breeze. There we go for the door. Items collected, 72 rabbits, 7 fruit, no time icons, and 2 stars. 3,600, 4,125, 4,925 points. Okay, time to make another spell. All it takes is 2 pieces of fruit. Put it in the cauldron. This is not time, by the way. Right, Wizard Liz takes place on the magical planet Pum, where a group of rabbits have been taken by a spell gone wrong. It's up to the 2 wizards, Wizard Liz, to rescue them. Right, what do we get? Spell was completed. What do we get? We get a door, which is probably going to take us to a shop. Jump on the washing line, go for the exit door. Your old hint shoppy. Well, we can't do anything here, ain't got a single dime. Okay, the Freaky Flower, the occasional boss battle was thrown into the mix. The review of the Sega Megazone magazine described the game as cute, original and very, very fast. Amiga Action described the game as an all-out, fast action platformer extravaganza, with nice graphics, sound and endearing storyline. Right, so we've got to try and destroy the flower. Now your character's actually firing on its own. What we've got to try and do is basically not be hit by the flower itself. You're okay with the stem and the leaves, but the head itself you've got to try and avoid at all costs. Do this by moving left and right. And also try and keep fairly close to it, because of course at the moment of time he's firing on his own, but only fires at a certain length. You've got to make sure you keep as close to it as you possibly can. So use the occasional jump if you can, but make sure it's only a small jump. But there we go. At the minute of time, we've got plenty of lives, but there's no time limit on boss battles. They go, one of his eyes has been taken out. But again, it's a really nice addition to the game. But there's not many platform games I know where there's no enemies apart from boss battles at all. It's all done about speed. Speed and collecting items. But again, it's a really good game. I really do like it. I don't know how long the game is. This is the only boss battle I've seen so far. There you go. Boom and pow. Have some of that. Rescue lots and lots of rabbits. There we go. It's a fantastic game. That is Wiz and Liz. Okay, well, it's the end of my video. That's what I bought. However, there's been a few more I've bought since these ones, so I'll leave those over to the next video. But until next time, this is Jamie Warner's Games. Please like, comment, share, please try my channel. There's a fan page, which is on Twitch. There's like Warner's Games, you find it fairly easy. You can hit the bell icon and notify you with the logo. Fantastic. We're going to do this sort of videos, do restaurants and cheats, have a bit making, and live streams on Friday night. You can time at 8 o'clock. It's a whole about a week. So, I'm easy. Ciao, bye. See ya. But later became available for the CZ32. Later become available for the CD on the CD32 release. The game was originally released on 2 floppy disks, but later became available for the CD32 release. The game was developed by Visaware Studios. I keep saying Visaware Software. Well, very nearly about to say Visaware Software. It's Visaware Studios. The player takes control of a hero named Sinbad Jr., a lowly gardener who witnessed the kidnapping of After Sinbad Jr. tries to save her from a flying dragon, he ends up falling back to Earth. The player controls the hero of the game, Sinbad Jr., a lowly gardener who witnesses the kidnapping of a Right. The player controls the hero of the game, Sinbad Jr., a lowly gardener who witnessed the kidnap of a dragon. Ha! No! Witnessed the kidnap of a princess by a dragon. No, that's wrong. The player's character ensures that the factory is working properly as it cranks out Star Wars action figures, including those of Stormtroopers, Darth Vaders, and Darth Vaders. Full stop, Lenny, full stop. CV is going to turn itself off, which you can't see, only I can. I'm a bit busy right now. Okay, so the game, this is Night Shift, a video game developed by Attention to Detail and published in 1990 by LucasArts Films. Lucasfilms, Jamie. LucasArts, not Lucasfilms. Lucasfilms, LucasArts, Lucasfilms, LucasArts. Originally appeared as a 16-bit Atari ST, IBM PC, and Commodore Amiga before being converted to ZX Spectrum, Commodore 64, Amstrad CPC. Full stop. Amstrad CPC. Full stop. I see some ears. Hello, Jasper. I'm recording a... We have a cameo appearance. Yes, you're on camera, mate.